The Lucari have been working on a project in the Nakul system.
Security team, report to docking bay 6.
Paris shuttle arriving Captain's Log, 5th Reckoning, Chronicle 36. We are about to commence work on a most important operation. An attempt to revitalize the Nakul Star. One of the finest vessels in the Alliance is joining our efforts today. May the wisdom of Lucar guide us to success. Good to see you, Thank you. It's an honor I fully intend to live up to. More about that later. We've got a job indeed. But we have earned their trust over the months of research here. Heading to the primary coordinates now. All hands, prepare to deploy the stellar rejuvenators. It's time to heal a star. Getting some strange readings. Try adjusting your cohesion beam frequency.
If we tighten formation, our beams may reinforce one another.
Agreed. Move to the following coordinates. You've reached the new coordinates. Deploy from there. Once you've redeployed, you'll need to adjust the frequency again. Initiate stellar modulation sequence on my mark. Mark. Modulation initiated. Energy levels are increasing. Reading erratic spikes at the stellar core. Abort! All ships abort now! That was far too close for comfort. I detected a feedback loop forming. If we hadn't shut down when we did, a stellar flare would have backfired along the cohesion beam. The damage to us and the Nakul would have been catastrophic.
Are you mad? Do you think we will sit by idly while your incompetence puts our star at risk once more? Explain yourself, immediately! I suggest you do so quickly and with positive results. Rest assured, if you do not save our star, then you can be certain that our fleet will avenge it!
I've discovered where the cohesion... Strange. The asteroid is emitting highly energized particles, like the tail of a comet.
It's marked as an asteroid in the stellar registry. No mention of reactive properties.
So, same asteroid, different behavior. Sounds like we're on the right track. All right, I believe it's time to get to the bottom of this before the administrator loses his patience.
Some of the... contact the
afraid.
next asteroid for
Fortunately,
future mining
there
operations.
are more targets available. Under the circumstances, I believe they'll agree that its loss will be acceptable.
I certainly hope so, ma'am. I'd prefer not to incur their wrath today.
Let's scan the debris for reactive particles. That did the trick. Scanning our little cracked egg now. The core is decaying into Remember, I do not want to crack another egg and conduct a scan of it before moving on.
The Nakul have detected our weapons fire, Admiral. They are understandably curious.
Update them on our activities here, Captain. We've nothing to hide.
Asteroid successfully fractured. Begin your scans now. It's a match.
Very good, Captain. Now, let's compare radiation signatures. As I suspect, not quite yet. As I suspected, not quite yet.
Admiral, the
There are
Nakul
some
representative
reactive
is
gas clouds
concerned about the
nearby.
destruction of valuable asteroids.
Inform him that the Alliance will compensate the Nakul for their loss, please.
As you wish, Admiral. Anvame out.
Scanning in progress.
Compiling sensor data now. Nothing conclusive at this time, I'm afraid. However, if I were to speculate... We're approaching the coordinates now. I trust you've spotted our uninvited guests. One thing is...
This
Attention, Folian battle stations! I am out 8 to disable not
Folian
destroy.
I'm not sure they'll reciprocate that courtesy.
On me, Captain. Rather difficult than them probably.
Understood. Firing to disable only.
advancing. Curious. The Tholian flagship did not engage us in battle. Instead, they remained on station, diverting all non-essential power to their web generator systems. Even their shields are down. What are they doing?
Preliminary scans suggest that the Tholian flagship is creating an incredibly powerful energy web lattice around a spatial
This is most unfortunate. The source of the multiphasic waves lies within the Tholian energy lattice. Left unchecked, this procedure the Tholians are conducting will cause a complete collapse of the stellar core, resulting in a supernova. I believe a boarding action is in order. We'll disable the Tholian web generator on board the flagship to stop the procedure. I've sent transporter coordinates. Prepare your away team for action. I shall meet you aboard the Tholian vessel. Let's make haste. The Tholians will muster their... Let's begin by scanning the access terminal. Let's start with that console over there. That console is dedicated to life support only. No access to the systems we're looking for. We'll have to try another. This is a medical console, keyed only to Tholian anatomy. Try another console. One of them is bound to have access to the data we require. Got it. Gather what information you can before the Tholians lock us out of the system. Interesting. The entire vessel is designed around the web generator system. Quite so. Judging by the power readings, we can follow the spine of the craft down this corridor to where the web generators are. Unfortunately, that chamber is locked during use.
engineering node is through that door and down the hall. Watch out for security. The Tholians know we're here now. Tholian security ahead. Neutralize them so we can access the computers in this node. There's an engine. We're clear. Let's run a bypass on that console while we can. Are somehow penetrating multiple dimensions simultaneously. They appear to be solidified. There are I'd like to access the astrometrics console here. Find more data on the anomaly. Have compiled a detailed list of space-time anomalies. Access yes, science console. This system is listed as a... Indeed. Look out! More Tholians! Perfect. Let's access this console. It may provide some key information. I need the problem. Let's proceed to the security and the integration of the web generator. Look out! Ambush! Other side of these doors. Let's clear the room and get to work. All clear. Everyone, gather up. We need a plan. I'll need some time to bypass their security system. I prefer to face as little Tholian possible. Security bypass in effect. It appears the Tholians have no system to denote transdimensional anomaly created by the Terran Empire is grouped in the same range as one created by... The main web generator is ahead. Get ready for a fight. Get to the spinneret controls in 2 adjacent rooms and shut them both down. Doing so could overload the bypass relays and send a power surge into the... Spinneret controls are ahead. Disable them before more security arrives. The spinneret controls are just ahead. Disable them. That's one spinneret offline. Let's get to the second one. Well done. Both spinnerets are offline. Let's go shut down the main web generator. Right. We need to I'll use an encryption algorithm to lock... web generator is inoperative. We did it. We should beam back as soon as... Wait! They've raised their shields! We're trapped!
Your arrogance, your insanity. You've killed us all.
Cease hostilities. I mean you no harm. Hold your fire. I am now the ranking officer aboard this vessel, and I'm correct. Long ago, I traveled alongside the crew of the USS Enterprise, under the command of Captain James T. Kirk. While among their crew, I was given the designation Bright Eye.
We realize that you were trying to repair an anomaly in space-time here, but your procedure is damaging the Nakul star to critical level.
I am prepared to hear your proposal, Admiral, but we
Use
must
these
speak
access
quickly.
codes to
It
override
is
the
only
encryption
a
and re-enable cooperative effort between our ships and yours.
Yeah.
The web generator is back online. Let's coordinate next steps from our respective vessels.
We have a situation. The Nakul quicker than you think, unfortunately. Though I gave Representative Katek every...
I take it you've heard the news.
Here they come!
Bright Eyes and I will do our best to
Every
implement our
Tholian
plan.
ship repaired will be an ally in this conflict.
Restore Tholian ships if possible. We need all the help we can get. Remember, aim to save Von Valme, the Trillion. They're gone. Lost.
Our web generator is offline, and we've suffered critical damage. If we don't seal the vortex soon, the vortex
Deploy the
is
stitching
destabilizing
probes
the
at the
star at
designated
an
point.
accelerated
Right. The protomatter matrix needs to energize the web soon
I
in
have
order
sent
to
the
save the
schematics
Nicole
for
star.
web stitching probes. Place the stitching probes quickly. Then energize the web. Web projector link established. Web projector link established. Web projector link established. Web projector link established.
Scanning in progress.
Web projector link established. Web projector link established.
Stitching probes are engaged. Energize the web.
Weaving emitter engaged. All functions operating.
Protomatter matrix, initiate. All ships withdraw to a safe distance at once.
It appears I owe you an apology. My science team informs me that our star has been saved, but our wish for a revitalized star will have to wait until more research on our star's instability can be conducted. Though it seems
The vortex, as a people, it will not be very good. I shall leave.
There are days out here where the beauty, mystery, and excitement, of course. Indeed, I spoke with Bright Eyes earlier.
Status report.
We have survived a transdimensional shunt, Captain.
We are operating under emergency power, sir. Warp and impulse drives are offline.
Restore main power as soon as possible, Engineer. What is our current position?
Unable to verify, Captain. None of the nearby star systems appear on our navigational charts.
Run your scan. Look for any recognizable systems.
Sir, incoming warp signature detected. Unidentified vessel entering the system.
Any sign of hostility. It is beautiful.
Incoming hail, sir.
Let's see what our new friends have to say.
Starfleet Command has placed a high priority on repairing the numerous